Alright folks, I think this will be the last one for the while. This is the bottom shelf of my one plant stand, and I think I'll show the other one too. This starting out are what petrocosmeas I have left. Petrocosmeas, most of them ended up with root rot, so I lost quite a few. There were a number that I had put down leaf cuttings that were ready to be separated. So I separated those as I was going through. The ones that really look bad, those are the ones that had root rot and I was trying to reroot the crowns. The ones that looked the best, like these here, those were leaf cuttings that I just simply separated because they were long overdue. I do want to point out a couple of my hybrids. I crossed Forestii times Flacida, and I currently have 4 seedlings. There's one. I'll try not to shake too much. Another one that's just simply remaining tiny. Might end up being like that one Tiny Tim, I think. This one also is remaining small, not like the other. And another small one. These are all the same age. I do have a couple of cuttings from Pat's PA12. I forget what, I think she had a name for it, but I can't recall. But these were in pretty sad shape. Most of them are coming back halfway decent. I actually even saw one of them in there, I forget where it's at, actually has flower buds on it. So we may be trying to, if I have something else blooming at the same time across. These here are rosemary plats and short end bread. They're looking really good. Those will go to the sales table except for maybe 1 or 2. Excuse the sound as I scoot down. Here's some leaves that I put down in November 15th, same time I was putting leaves down of everything. Let's see if we can focus in. This one actually has babies already. This one was Jolanda. Pat had sent me that. There's Fluffernutter. That one I had in a show once, actually did very well, but you can see it now. So we're just waiting for these sad looking ones for the crowns to root and get on with their lives. Yesterday I made one and I was showing the difference between taking leaf cuttings for Streptocarpus, and I showed how I did it. Well, I want to show you here. Here was some that I did by cutting the leaves, the midrif off, and just rooting the length of the leaf. A lot of people do it that way. These were put down and started at the exact same day as these plants right here. So when I say you get bigger plants quicker, I know of which I speak. This side of the shelf is mostly some Synengias. Normally I force these into dormancy, but they didn't do well this past summer because of all the issues going on. And they started putting on some decent growth, and I thought, okay, I'll just let them go. These here are my cross of Synengia conspicua with Synengia parisiana. There's been quite a variety of flowers off of those. Here's some more Synengias. These were some more of those mystery Synengia speciosas. This one here, though, is a hybrid I got from the Gesneriad Hybridizers Association, henceforth known as GHA. Charles Lawn submitted those seed. He's from Australia and breeds some awesome Synengias. Here's 2 I got from the Detroit Convention. YMA, have no idea how you pronounce that. Here I'm excited for this one. It's got some flower buds on it. It's my cross of Synengia insularis times aggregata. Not sure what this will end up looking like. And back behind it is my cross of insularis times conspicua, which, gosh, I'm shaky, which I found out on G-Files that somebody else made that same cross and named it. I mean, it's a nice plant. Mine looks a little bit different. We'll see how it matures. Here's Gesneriads cardinalis. I mentioned that I had used that in a cross. And here is Gesneriads, I can't think of the name. It's got real sticky leaves. It's actually, I noticed when I was grooming today that there's some flower buds coming on it, so I'm happy about that. I've only seen one flower on it. There's a Smithiantha multiflora, I believe. I couldn't find the tag in there because it fell down between the gap in between the pod and the potting soil. I did self it because I wasn't sure if I was going to get rhizomes, so I do have a seed pod. I want to show you on many of the gesneriads that have rhizomes. Let's see if it'll focus in. Well, it's going to focus on the leaf behind it. Let me put my hand here. It'll do an upward curl if the cross took. For one that doesn't take, here's one that I never crossed. There's no upward curl. You can see the difference. So if you want to know early on whether or not you got seeds forming, look for the upward twist, and that's a good indication. And there's the flowers again. Here is Cherita, well, not Cherita anymore, Primulina linearifolia, and back behind is the actual original Primulina tabacum. No blooms on that. Smells like tobacco. I like the plant. A lot of people don't like it. It's kind of sticky. Makes your fingers stick a little bit, smell a little bit. But alrighty, my last video, I'm going to try to hook this onto it, but I ran out of memory, and I didn't get a chance to do my other shelves. So here they are. I've got 3 levels here. This is the top one. So I've got my seed packets stored and room for more plants. I just came through here and did some grooming. My African violets, along with the petrocosmea, suffered the worst. Got root rot. Basically, I had to take crown cuttings from everything, scrape the stems, and see what would respond to that. I just went through here today, and I think I threw out about 2 dozen altogether between the 3 shelves. I figured it's been a month and a half. If there's no signs of stable, normal growth, I was going to be done with it. Like, for example, here's one that was just a nub of a crown, and I figured, well, it might sucker, and I went through, and I had one sucker that was showing some normal growth. Wasn't tight. Whoops, putting it back. Wasn't tight or anything. It was just kind of crowded, so I got rid of the extra crowns. I know it was never going to be show quality, but at least I still have the plant, so I'm not going to worry so much about that. But did some grooming and try to get some of the leaves in position so those that might end up being show quality can actually grow decent. The shelf up here was my standards. Here's all my minis and semi-minis and micro-minis. Don't have much blooming. The ones that I do have blooming here, I've gotten recently. One of the club members gave me this. Declan's Duff, and there's a little Cherokee Chief. I picked that up. I don't remember where I picked that up. 2 that are looking really good here is gumdrops. These are both leaf cuttings. Variegations showing a little bit differently up on both of those, but I got some nice stable growth and some good symmetry going here. Actually, when I was grooming, noticed a couple of plants that are actually setting flower buds themselves. Here's Allegro Chicory Charm. That was from a leaf cutting that I had stashed away, didn't realize it. Got rid of all the baby leaves on these, and saw one that's getting ready to bloom. There's Cute as a Bug. It's actually got some flower buds coming on. And I do have a couple duplicates, which is fine. Um, here's school bells, which I was really glad to save because Pat sent me that, and I really didn't want to lose that. And I finally did get one that's showing some stable growth. Got rid of the outer nasty looking leaves, so what's left of it looks pretty good. Got Optimara Moonstone back there. It's mini Optimara, semi-mini. That one's setting some flower buds. I noticed though in my basement where it's cooler, they tend to bloom with a blue hue. Got 4 smitten kittens. Oops. Finally, gosh, this thing just does not want to focus. Getting some decent growth there, stable, so maybe I can get something halfway decent to salvage out of here. This is Rob's caterpillar. I think this is naturally a tight growing miniature anyways. You do not believe how many leaves I snapped off of these just to give it some room to breathe, if you will. Very tight fitting. My bottom shelf is the trailers and the variegated plants. Got Tiger Trail back there, finally starting to look halfway decent. That one, I can't think of the name of it. I got it right here. Ramblin' Lassie. Got a couple of it here in little solo cups. Gosh, man, my memory is just crap. Fancy Trail there. A couple of them in little solo cups just for the heck of it. Got some calarias going here and some other mixed gesneriads. These were some that was doing my best to save because they did not produce rhizomes, and all I had was like little tiny green specks, kind of like, I don't know if you can see here, there's just a very tiny speck that's green. That's what they all look like, and I've actually got some of them are coming along fairly decent. There's a little container that's got Syninga Pusilla, one of the little tiny ones, and there's my variegated plants, what I've got. So that pretty much basically is the plant room. This is the shelves I built, top, bottom, and that grid here I put over here to keep the cats out because I do have 2 cats, and one of them used to use that as a litter box, used to be in there all the time. So that's the plant side of the basement, and over there in the dark is my own personal pet shop with all my fish tanks. So I hope you all enjoyed seeing my plant setup, and maybe as time goes I will work on maybe some videos on how I do stuff. So I hope you enjoyed these, and I know I had kind of fun making them because I certainly do not have a problem with talking to the air. Thanks again for viewing. Bye.